I have Mr. Larry Keenum, and we're talking about health. And you are real big about health over, I guess, for the past, past year you've thought about it?
Yeah, past couple of years, but really the last year I got real serious about it. I don't think there's any reason to be sick if you can prevent it.
Okay. You know, I do want to say this. Lee, if you can put up that article, for me about the bath salts. I want to talk about this with Larry for just a moment because it's very important that, you know, he works with a lot of kids and stuff, and we're talking about these bath salts. A lot of parents, if you notice that there are bath salts out there, I don't know if you've heard this.
No, I don't know this story.
We're talking about health. To me, this is probably one of the worst things that could possibly come out right now. What they're doing is they're taking bath salts and snorting them as a new way to hallucinate, and of course within a year, a lot of these kids and young adults are dying.
Well, you know, first thing, you can't fix stupid.
You sure can't.
And that's part of that. But I don't know that we can prevent all problems. All we can do is just teach. And if some of them snort, they just snort.
They're just being stupid. So parents, watch out for that. But stepping aside, back onto the health that you want to talk about today is about eating. Now, there was an article, kids who get recommended sleep are more likely to be obese, and your funny line was?
That if you're sleeping, you can't eat a donut. That's the reason for that. You know, what we had last week, 31% of Alabamians are obese. Not overweight, obese.
Obese.
You know, and if you go to the body mass index, I'm 20 pounds overweight, according to that. You know, I think I'm kind of hot, but that's what that number is. So let's just think, if 30% are obese, we've probably got another 30% overweight. And we all know that if you pay health insurance, it's gone up a lot. And some of that is because of the health situation.
And it will continue,
sure it will.
as well. You know, you're talking about, now Larry has a Facebook page.
Yes, Larry Keenum, Lose It Now. Lose
It Now. You can go on there, click on there.
And you'll get real mad.
Is that your goal, to make people mad?
No, I'm just saying, don't ask if you don't want to know.
Don't ask to be his friend if you don't want to hear what he's got to say.
Because I think the health business, Gloria, there's 4 levels. The first level is you just get smaller plates at your house. Just eat smaller portions.
That's something we should all do immediately. I think I have some red plates that are this size.
That's kind of what Weight Watchers is, just smaller portions. Okay. Then the next step is nothing white, nothing fried.
Nothing white and nothing fried. Well, you probably just made a lot of people mad just by the fried.
Then the big step is don't eat anything that had a mother. That's the big step.
Now, how in the world don't eat it? Now, you're not.
That's fruits and vegetables and nuts.
Vegetarian?
Yeah, that's what that is. And there's lots of food. If you want to get healthy, in my opinion, this is just an opinion situation. You know, we got, diabetes has doubled every 20 years in this country. Well, that's because we eat too much sugar.
Definitely.
I mean, that's what it is.
No doubt.
You know, in 1900, Americans ate 5 pounds of sugar a year, and that's 170. And sometimes you don't know. It's just in the food. So. Wow. You know, we have spent billions on research for disease, but all we've done is come up with better treatments.
Well, now they're supposed to be putting labels on everything, and I doubt he drinks this soda, but you
11 teaspoons of sugar in that little thing right there.
Bring that here, Jamie.
Well, probably about 5 teaspoons of cancer in it.
5? You say that we're killing ourselves, and this is what causes cancer and other diseases.
Well, I'm saying our body can really heal itself if it's healthy.
Okay.
Now, you know, people that are vegetarians, everybody gets cancer, everybody gets heart disease, but your body has, my opinion, has a better chance of healing itself if it's healthy itself. Now, it's hard for, if you got 40 pounds of body fat over your stomach, it's real hard for your body to spend time curing cancer. You got to get rid of that fat.
It's working on something else.
That's right. And the third step, the fourth step is juicing. It's taking those raw fruits and vegetables and making it in juice. Because we got to think, Gloria, it takes a certain amount of energy to digest food. So if you can digest up front, that's what we do with babies. You know, we don't feed babies hard food when they're babies. I got a 6-month-old granddaughter. She drinks a bottle, and she can go through a bottle in 3 minutes. She's a pretty good bottle of sucker. But that means the food's kind of already digested for them. And I remember when my oldest daughter was a baby. The first time she went back for a checkup, I told the doctor, Dr. Smith, I said, you know, she rarely has a dirty diaper. He said, well, that's because she's nursing. I said, that's perfect food. There's nothing wasted. Okay. So as we get older, we can't have perfect foods, but we can cut out dangerous foods.
When you talk about, we all know Jack LaLanne, or maybe you don't know, he passed away. Your goal is to try to tell people what they can eat. Your goal is everyone ought to live to be 100.
I want to be like Jack. I want to die healthy, just like Jack did.
And he did at what, 96?
Yeah. Now, we got Jack and we got Hugh Hefner. that both are healthy people, probably for different reasons. So if you combine all of that together...
Are you saying sex is healthy?
Well, activity is healthy.
You know a downside to it.
Exactly.
I mean, it may be, but you got to have a healthy body to participate in that.
Okay, now when you take the two of them and you can compare them, how old is Hugh Hefner? Does anyone know?
80.
He's in the 80s.
He's in his 80s, okay. Well, he appears to be healthy, and I know he's eating probably a lot of meat, a lot of junk.
And thanks, folks, that we know folks. My grandmother was one. She ate a stick of butter every day. Ate unhealthy, what we think. She lived to be a long time. So I don't think there's an answer. But I'm just saying.
It's a possible solution.
Excuse me. It's like buying fire insurance for your house.
If you need to cough, go ahead.
Yeah.
It's an actual way to start to get yourself healthy, and most importantly, start to lose some pounds if you are obese or overweight.
You rarely hear anybody that died because they were too thin. You know, in America, you can't be too pretty, you can't have too much money, and you can't be too thin.
Well, dang.
Those are the three goals of all Americans, but it just doesn't happen without a little bit of effort. And that's what I see with our children today. You know, when we got 30% obese children, parents are involved a little bit because it's easy to do fast food. I mean, it's easy. And children love it, and it tastes real good. And I remember when I was a senior in high school, my English teacher said to all of us, she said, y'all gonna gain 2 pounds a year. 2 pounds a year for the next, for the rest of your life. Well, that don't mean much till you live 30 more years.
That's true. I mean, because if you think of that, you think, oh, well, I don't like that.
As teenagers, we
don't care.
We don't care because we have such a high metabolism. But as we get older, we got to get a little more careful. And, we don't have to quit eating meat. I was talking to Jane about that. Some folks, you don't have to quit.
What do you say meat does to you?
I think it stops you up. I mean, look at the meat.
Drink coffee for that.
Yeah. I mean, look at the meat animals.
I think I saw on your Facebook page where you thought that it just rots in your
it does.
stomach.
It takes a long time to get through. You know, the meat-eating animals like tigers and animals like that, they have short, thank you.
You're
they
welcome.
have short, small intestines. We got long ones. All I know is before the flood, men lived to be 900 years old, and they ate fruits and vegetables, and they didn't get sick. And after the flood, started eating meat, and now we live to be 100. It's a good year. What has anything to do with each other, I don't know. But I think it's like fire insurance on your house. Why take a chance?
How long have you been doing these?
I've been doing this a year. I weighed
diets?
240 pounds 2 years ago, and we started this scale-back deal. And I was just too fat. My family has a real history of cancer. Whether it happens or not, I don't know. But I know this last year I've been feeling very well. And if I die tomorrow, I'll die feeling well. I won't die.
Well, if we read about that in the newspaper tomorrow, Larry, I don't think anybody's going to be headed to your Facebook page.
I stole it. Let me tell you that story. Tim Anderson, my neighbor Lee's dad. This was, my wife was at the beach in the summertime. Tim was our Sunday school teacher, and my car wouldn't start. Battery's dead. So I did break into his garage and steal his bicycle to ride it to church. Wait, it's worse than that. Then I had all these church members pass me on the bicycle. It's hot. Oh, they just wave at you. Everybody says they want to pray for you, but they don't want to stop and pick you up.
So y'all need to be a little bit nicer.
If he leaves that window unlocked, I'll steal it again.
Well, something tells me Miss Sherry's probably out there locking that window right now. All right, but if you want to get some great recipes, some healthy choice recipes, and you have a Facebook page, log on to Larry Keenum, Lose It Now, and I'm sure you're going to see some great recipes on there. One that you may be interested in is he has one on there that's the 7-day cabbage soup diet. Guaranteed to lose how much?
10 pounds.
10 pounds if you do that for 1 week.
But you get, but you can do that with green meat. Everybody can lose 10 pounds. You just got to do it.
All right.
I mean, you just can't eat 10 donuts.
So no excuses. We're our own biggest enemy. It's what we're eating. Speaking of donuts and candies.
What a present. Isn't that wonderful? Isn't that? Listen.
Eat all you can.
Yeah. You eat this, the next thing you hear is, don't you look natural?
They look absolutely beautiful, though. All right, since Larry took over that segment, we're going to go ahead and end on that note, but check out his Facebook page, Larry Keenum, Lose It Now. We're going to take a quick break. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.